Hello everyone, this is Cholesterol Gamer and wow, feels weird recording. I don't think I've recorded since like the beginning of summer. Yeah, like near the end of my spring quarter of school. I think that was the last time I ever recorded. Anyway, I did do a couple of test recordings in the summer, like to try to like not get rusty or anything, but those failed miserably. As you can see, I'm incredibly rusty. But anyway, it feels good to be recording in. Anyway, right now I'm gonna show off a couple of Mario Maker levels. Yeah, I went ahead and bought Mario Maker, and truth be told, I've had a lot of fun making levels. And like, unfortunately, I can only post 10 of them because like I'm not popular enough on like the Mario Maker server or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and show off a couple of levels that I've made. Unfortunately, I don't have a capture card or any way to record them, so I had to use my 3DS to record them. So the quality is going to be very crappy, and I apologize for that in advance. So let's go. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. Let's see. The first one is called Swamp's Castle Speedrun. There's actually two versions of this level. One of them is a regular version, and this is a speedrun version, which was slightly altered. Basically, what I did is I added more points. In fact, those points are actually solid blocks. So in the original, you're supposed to wait for it. Also, I changed the timer so that there's only 30 seconds left. In the original, you had a full 300 seconds. Well, actually, 500 is a full, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, that's one of. And another thing is that there was a giant Bowser and the platform how to jump over on the previous one. This one just has a mini Bowser. So yeah, that was the first level. Let's see. Yeah, and the second one is another one of those speedrun levels. This one's called Just Another Castle. Well, this one's called Just Another Castle Speedrun. The one before was the original one is just called Just Another Castle. The difference between those is that the coins are gone to guide, like the coins are there to guide you, and there's a Bowser Jr. on a Koopa Clown card instead of a regular Bowser Jr. A lot of these levels I haven't uploaded online because you're only allowed to upload 10. Like I've uploaded some of them, but not all of them. And then there's this one which is called the Airman Stage. This is basically just a remix of the Airman Stage from Mega Man 2. That's all it is. Well, I took a couple of creative liberties. For example, I added those blocks. Most of them just have coins except for I think 3 of them or 2 of them. The one I'm standing on is one of the ones that doesn't have a coin. It has another mystery mushroom that turns into Mega Man in case you get hit, which I did because you know I'm good at this game. Also, there's another part that's different. In the original Airman Stage, there's platforms that move around the sky, but they move around like left and right and up and down. They move all directions, and these I was unable to add those platforms that don't move. And also right here, there's supposed to be enemies that push you back with wind, but that doesn't exist in Mario, so I just added a couple of Lucky 2 and a couple of bloopers. I mean bloopers, well, yeah, bloopers, right? Yeah, that's what they're called. I was thinking of the fish, but they're Cheep Cheeps. Whatever. Anyway, let's see in that level. It's actually a lot faster than Mario. This is called Gotta Go Fast. This is my personal favorite level. It's basically, you gotta go fast. You start off with a Sonic skin and a Superstar, and just watch. Do I really need to say anything about that? Of course I don't. That level just speaks for itself. And then there's this one, which is called Bomb Cavern. I'll be honest, I actually died a couple of times while recording this one, so this is actually my third take. Yeah, like I made this level like a little too hard. Well, not like the beginning at least. Like that jump was, I died twice on that jump. Anyway, this is basically the gimmick of the level. There's a pipe that spawns infinitely spawning bombs, and you gotta use it to break those blocks. I could have had mercy and put a Tanuki suit so you could just break them yourself, but I decided to be a jerk and not do that. I mean, in retrospect, I probably should add like a hidden Tanuki suit, or like a hidden block with a Tanuki suit or something, to like make this go a little faster. But yeah, this is basically the gimmick of the level. At least it's not too long. That's like the only good thing I could say about this, is that it's actually mercifully short. Like after this part is the end. Like once you clear all these blocks, well, not all of them, but enough to get to the end. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to talk about where I've been. I've been at home during the summer, which has incredibly crappy internet, which is why I don't ever record when I'm at home. Or like, not when I record, but that's why I never upload while I'm at home. And that's why I don't upload. The reason I don't record while I'm at home is because there's usually other people home. And when there's other people home, like I don't like recording. Right now I'm recording because I'm completely alone, but my roommates haven't moved in yet. And I don't think one of them's actually moving in, because we have a policy here where like if you don't move in on the day of and you don't call us to reschedule, like the contract is cancelled. Anyway, this was called New Super Mario Castle. It's basically like what I think of. Well, this is my design for an 8-4, like basically a World 8 Castle, or not 8-4, but 8 Castle. It even has a length of one, so but I do take a couple shortcuts because I do add a few shortcuts. For example, if you notice, there was a room full of Heimer Bros up next, like the pipe exit to that. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip that by grabbing that spring over there and taking it to the end of this little section. Also, this little thing with the moving platforms and the dry bones is actually a thing in New Super Mario Brothers. I think World 5-Castle has that, or 4-Castle, one or two. Anyway, yeah, if you take the second pipe, it lets you skip the Scoopas. Anyway, I'm waiting right there because of the giant spin saw thing. Like, if I would have gone immediately with it, you risk it landing on top of you. Like, you'll see what I mean. And I'm probably still gonna get hit by it. Yeah, still got hit by it. But yeah. Basically, this castle is just like a whole bunch of like little challenges. Oh, there's also another challenge I skipped, which, yeah, right there you can see to the left there's 3 pipes. One of those is a skip pipe, which lets you skip this section, and the other one would have taken you to where, not where I just was, but the section after this, or the section before this. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I didn't show off the full castle. I took some skip pipes, which I added, which are slightly harder to get to than the regular ones. For example, the one on the left, you would have gotten it by getting the Koopa Clown card, because I put a Magic Koopa on a Koopa Clown card, and then you defeat it and you drive it all the way. Otherwise, you could just go on through and like take the regular pipe. How do I keep telling you about these level designs? This is probably like the most boring thing. Anyway, I was just talking. Yeah, you see, like that actually had the length of like a actual castle from an actual game. This one's fun. This one's called Castle 3 Remix. Or you remember that super annoying castle from Super Mario Bros. 3? That's basically what it is. Except it's rewired a little, because for some reason doors can only take you to places in the exact same room, so you can't take a door and go to a different room. So the way to travel between this room and the other room are warp pipes. And actually, I think I died a couple times in this. I don't know. I don't know if I want to like edit those out or not. Anyway, the pipes take you between the rooms, and doors take you to the same place different place in the same room. Like right there, you saw that? Normally that door is supposed to take you back to the other room. But yeah, Mario Maker's not designed that way. Anyway, I think I died pretty soon. Also, if you notice, there's no thump over there. That's because I completely forgot about it. This level is actually still on, like it's still being built. Like I'm not 100% done. Like I still have a couple enemies to add. Like if you notice in a later part, I forget to add like there's a boo that's supposed to be there. And yeah, that jump is still impossibly hard. That'll never change. I don't think there's a way to make that jump any easier. Also, there's supposed to be the little things that always reminded me of waffles for some reason, but this Mario Maker doesn't have them, so I have to settle for a regular fire bar. Anyway, this time I took this pipe, and I think I end up dying anyway. Right? Not this section, but I think I take that pipe down there. Is that what I? Yeah. Anyways, the reason I say this is because, as you can probably tell, this post commentated. Also, there's supposed to be a thwomp there, but oh, and I forgot to remove that P-switch. That P-switch was there for test purposes. Anyway, and this is where I make a stupid mistake and I don't grab the star. Why? Because that. Should've grabbed the star. And it's funny because if this was Super Mario Bros. 3 and it had the spinning waffle thing, I wouldn't have died. Just because of the fire bar. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. I mean, not really. There's still a few things I can mention. Like, for example, what I plan to do with this channel. I plan to have some sort of like reboot, if that makes any sense. Like I plan to like restart it. Like I don't want to quit making videos. That's what I'm saying. But at the same time, like one thing I noticed is that making videos, like I always come up with an excuse for some reason, and the excuse is usually, oh, there's someone here, or like, oh, I don't want to record because there's someone here, or I have crappy internet. Well, actually, that's not an excuse. That's the reason. But that's at home. That's at home during the summer. I'm talking about during the school year, like right now when I'm at university. Like that's when I shouldn't have any excuses, or like and yet somehow I always come up with one. I think that's what the piece was just for. Oh wait, no, that was the other one. And shoutouts to like being able to jump over that. Also, like I ran the level, like you can only make the level so far to the right, so that's why I didn't have the little conveyor belt that takes you to the boss. Instead, I just had to have the boss immediately. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to not come up with excuses to record, because there are days when like I do feel like I want to record, but at the same time, like I don't know, it's kind of weird. There's also there's days when I don't have anything to talk about. You know, like right now, I feel like I'm already running out of stuff to talk about, and goddamn, I got hit. Actually, I think if I hadn't talked over that, I think you would have been able to hear like me in the background. Because again, I did record this with my 3DS. It's the old 3DS, not the new 3DS. Because if I would have recorded through my new 3DS, I would have had to like get a screwdriver and disassemble it to get the micro SD card. Assuming that's how that works. I don't know if that's how it works. Oh man, I really like this level. This level is what's it called? How do I explain it? Like the premise of this level is you're playing with a fox skin, so you're playing as Fox, and like the great fox is in danger, and you gotta like rush to its rescue as Fox. So I don't know, I really like this level. It's like and there's a whole bunch of like airships and bullet bills and stuff. I think I get hit at one point. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, that's one of 3 1-ups that I put in the level. Do I get hit? Anyway, this is Great Fox. Instead of going straight to the pipe, I like show off a little bit of it, so you can see like the general shape. Like I feel like I got the general shape down. And then it turns out the Great Fox is being invaded by Bowser Jr. That's basically what this level is. Also, that pipe in the left has infinitely spawning mystery mushrooms, which will like turn you into Fox. So in case you get hit, so that way you're always... Watch. See? Infinitely spawning. Anyway, what else? What is there to talk about? You come out of the pipe and that's the end of the level. Listen to this music. That's what I like about the amiibos, like they give you little skins, and it's funny because I recently found out that there's a way to get skins without actually buying amiibos. I found that out watching the completionist. He completed Mario Maker, and one of the things is that when you play online, there's like an 100 Mario challenge where you play 100 levels, and every time you beat it, you get a random skin. So if you don't have amiibos, that's another way to get skins. Oh, this one's called Luigis Mansion, or Luigi's Haunted Mansion. It speaks for itself. It's just Luigi going through a mansion level. Oh, one of the things to mention about this game is that they do have mansion and airship level in like the Mario Bros, regular Mario Bros format, which is kind of, and the Mario Bros, like the regular Mario Bros, is like the only way to be able to play with the skins. So that's why I had to make this 8-bit. Otherwise, I would have gone straight for the New Super Mario Bros. Because I don't know why I really like making levels with that, like with the New Super Mario Bros. Instead of like the Mario 3 or Mario World. Like I feel like Mario World is my 2nd favorite, Mario 3 is my 3rd favorite, and like Original is like my 4th favorite, and New Super Mario is my favorite. I don't know, it's just like weird. Anyway, are there more levels after this? Let me see. This is I think this is the last one. No, there's a few more after this. Oh, one more. This one's called Magic Koopa's Magic Castle. I was feeling very masochistic when I made this level. You can easily see what this level is going to be all about just by looking at it. Yep. It kind of reminds me of that one castle from Super Mario World, but harder. Because there actually was a castle in Super Mario World where you had to do this, where like you had to have Magic Koopa destroy these blocks for you. But the reason it was easier there is because the blocks were like the blocks that were in your way were vertical. I mean, were horizontal instead of vertical. So right here they're vertical, so like there's like a little wall of blocks. And then, so yeah, that's what made it harder. So all you had to do was just like break a couple, like one row of blocks to like get to the bottom row, and like that's it. This one though, there's a whole bunch of walls and there's a bunch of Magic Koopa, and like you gotta dodge everything. And right, I feel like this is the part I made the hardest because like, you just can't dodge it because it's too narrow. Like you can't jump. And the boss is a giant Magic Koopa, which you can easily defeat with 5 power. I kind of wish the giant enemies took more hits, but they don't for some reason. And then I see that level. Then after that, there's going to be one more level, which is, I can see it's an airship level. Right? Is that what that is? Yeah, Bowser Jr.'s Flying Fortress. That's what I call this one. So because this is the last level, I'm gonna go ahead and start saying goodbye. Like, yeah, and I'm gonna start my outro. Again, it feels weird because I haven't recorded in forever, so like I feel kind of awkward doing this after not having done it for like a couple months. Anyway, yeah, I have more levels in this, but they're really like uninspired and boring and bland compared to like, you know, these uninspired, boring and bland. Well, no, like I really like the Gotta Go Fast one. That's my personal favorite. I don't know. I feel like I've been making a lot of levels that are very speedrunny, where basically you just hold right and run and like time your jumps to get to the end. I feel like I've made a whole bunch of those levels. Oh, Bowser Jr. boss fight. You can actually skip it if like you use the bombs to like break those blocks up there. That's actually what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use the bombs, and Bowser Jr. is just a distraction. So I actually have made it up there without killing him, but I don't know. It's actually easier without him getting in the way. Anyway, I don't know why, but I don't know why he like started spinning immediately after spinning the first time. I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of that. So this is nearly the end of the level, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodbye instead of having like an outro card or whatever. So see you all later and take care. Bye everyone.